Good morning, and welcome to our next edition of Grantham Greats. It's almost September, and school's a buzz. We've been going on for about 3 weeks now. We're doing some cool things this year in our district, and one of the things we're always talking about is how we are assessing students. So today we're going to come check out one of our superstars, one of our principals on assignment, Miss Jennifer Beck, and she's going to explain to us iReady. We talk about iReady a lot, so this is intended for principals, assistant principals, staff, and students. Come see how we do assessment in our district. Good morning, Miss Beck.
Good morning.
Are you ready for this?
No, are you ready for iReady?
Yes, ma'am. Show us what you got.
This year, we are turning to a new resource for our universal screener. For the last number of years, we have utilized Ames Web, but this year we're turning to iReady. Why iReady? iReady is a proven and predictive resource. This universal screener can be utilized in grades K through 12 to really pinpoint and to narrow down the sub-skill level that our students are at. This assessment can be utilized for both reading and math. This universal screener adjusts up and down with varying questions until it is matched with a student's ability. The nice piece to this assessment is that we also have the opportunity to progress monitor our students in between those diagnostic assessments to ensure that our students are making progress towards their reading and math goals. So why iReady? After diagnostic testing is complete, iReady reports will be invaluable in supporting our teachers and our administrators in creating those next steps for our students in both reading and math. What do we love about iReady reports? They are easy to use and they provide ongoing progress monitoring that provides a real-time insight into how our students are performing, how our classes are performing, how our schools are performing as a district. These reports recommend targeted instruction, and so it tells us what can students do and what do we do as our next steps for instruction. One of the reports that can be utilized in iReady is the class profile report. This is found under the class section. In this report, we would see the teacher's name and the section that they're teaching. We would see the number of students that have been assessed versus the total number of students. And also, this is a reading class profile report, which indicates the various domains within our reading that were assessed. Below that is the performance level by student. This report provides information as a class. How were our students performing in each one of these domains? Were they more than one grade level behind, less than one grade level behind, or on or above? The bottom half of this report is our performance by student report. This tells us how each one of our students are performing in these placement domains. This report helps guide teachers in determining what would be the next steps for instructions, particularly if a student is working below grade level in one of those domains. The next report of interest would be the instructional grouping report. This is a wonderful report. Our students are placed into profile levels. These profile levels explain what our children are successful at doing and what they need to work on. Profile 1 is typically our students in this report for reading working below grade level in phonics and having limited vocabulary, all the way to our students in Profile 5, which are on grade level with phonics, and they are performing at or above in comprehension. Below, the bottom half of this report also indicates our students in each one of those grouping profiles. And when you click on one of the students' names, then it moves you to the student profile report, which provides us even more information about that particular student, what they can do, and what the next steps for instruction would be. This year, our local assessment team has been working hard to roll out iReady in our district. They have been troubleshooting and working with schools to ensure that this is a successful rollout period. Who is testing with the iReady diagnostic screener this year? All students in grades K through 8 will complete the iReady diagnostic reading and math assessment at least 2 times a year. Students in kindergarten through 5th grade will be taking the assessment 3 times, with students in grades 6 through 8 taking it 2 times. In fact, our assessment period, or window 1, is open at this time. Students in Algebra 1 will be completing the Assessment Period 1, or AP1, Math Diagnostic Assessment this year to determine our district's strengths and weaknesses. All students in Intensive Reading in grades 6 through 10 will be completing the Reading Diagnostic 3 times this year. Also, as I mentioned earlier, iReady has the capability of providing growth monitoring checks, which will help us in progress monitoring our students between diagnostic assessments. That will occur 5 times this year for our students that are at a Tier 2 and Tier 3 level. This year, site support is being scheduled between the local assessment team and our iReady trainers to ensure that our teachers fully understand the reports and will enable them to guide their instruction in reading and math for the students in the classroom. What other materials are provided through iReady? iReady has a variety of support materials for students in grades K through 8. One of the support materials that can be provided is the online computerized instruction. It is customized and it is based on a student's diagnostic level. In fact, each time that the student takes the diagnostic assessment, the online computerized instruction is modified or adjusted to meet the appropriate level. Additionally, other supplemental materials include online tools for instruction for teachers, the online teacher toolbox, which is wildly popular with teachers that are familiar with this resource, and the printed ready workbook materials that we see being utilized sometimes during core instruction all the way through after-school tutoring. This year in Marion County, elementary and middle schools have chosen to purchase a variety of iReady materials. Many of our elementary schools and some of our select middle schools have chosen to purchase the supplemental material from their Title I funds. In addition to that, our elementary education department has utilized FEFP funds to purchase iReady Reading online computerized instruction, teacher toolbox access, and additional PD for our 5 bottom 300 schools. Those schools would include Evergreen, Oakcrest, Wyomina, Greenway, and East Marion. And finally, I'd like to share with you my perspective with iReady. It is one principal's perspective of why iReady worked at my school. iReady is prescriptive, and it predicts student performance. It is adaptive to student growth, and of course, the reports are user-friendly, which is supportive for both teachers and administrators alike. The material is high quality and rigorous, and the materials are reflective of our Florida standards and are comprehensive. I think one of the biggest advantages is that iReady provides a game plan for our teachers when we have off-level learners in both reading and math. Because if we have a student in 5th grade that is still working on phonics instruction, iReady materials can be provided that will support this child at the level at which they are working. The online instruction is engaging to students. In fact, it looks like many of the traditional video games that our children play today at home. And the PD is meaningful. It connects and allows our administrators and teachers to really determine, what are we going to do for our students? What are we going to do for our classrooms? And what are we going to do for our schools to ensure that we have success? iReady was one of our key components that really enabled our school to find success.
We hope you enjoyed that segment for assessment with Ms. Jennifer Beck. We are embracing iReady with our district. We hope it helps students. We hope it helps our teachers and staff to understand how to assess students, to understand what they need for daily instruction. Thank you again for joining us for this edition of Grantham Greats. And as always, we don't want you to be good, we want you to be great.